Yes, guys, am I audible to all? Okay. So, in last session, we have covered how to create Maven project, how to update pom.xml. Then after that, we have covered how to create folder structure for that Maven project. So, this is our Maven project. In last session, we have created. So here you see we created a page object, test cases, utility, as well as we updated pom.xml. So, so in pom.xml, we added only two dependencies. One is what Selenium jars and one is what TestNG jars. You see, we added TestNG jars and Selenium jars. Only two dependency we have added. So now today we are going to go for this is the wait guys, why this browser is okay. So this is the Chrome, and the application which we are going to automate is let me go. This is the Orange HRM. So open source human resource application. Okay, let's we automate this application. So this is the login page for this application. By default, they have given username as admin and password as admin123. And these are the web elements on this page. Okay, username, password, click on login. When we pass valid username like admin admin123 and click on login button, so this will navigate to the dashboard. So if we successfully logged in into the application, we will verify that we are successfully logged in into the application or not. If you are not able to successfully log in into the application, we'll fail our test case. So we'll automate this login test, login scenario for this page. Okay, so you see once you logged in into, this is the dashboard of this application. So here you can see admin, PIP or leave, time, recruitment, performance, dashboard, directory. If you click on here welcome admin, here you can see if you click on welcome admin, you will display about and logout. So if you click on logout, you will be logged out from the application. Okay, this end-to-end scenario will automate. Okay, if you successfully logged in into the application, we'll get welcome admin. If you are not going to logged in successfully, we'll get login panel. Now, so first of all, we will design the page layer. To design the page layer for this login page, in page objects, right click, go to new, create a class, create class. I will create class with the name page, login page. So as of now, we'll close this. So I hope you can see the screen. This is the login page. Here guys, we have to design page layer. So before going to design page layer, create a object. Okay, so create a constructor of this current class, so which will accept WebDriver as an input. Control Shift O to import this WebDriver from org OpenQA Selenium package. Okay, this driver, and then after that, so we'll convert this WebDriver from local to class level. From local to class level. So how will you convert? So we'll use here Java concept. This dot driver, whatever local driver we are getting. So when you create the object of this login page, it means the moment you create object of this login page and you will pass the driver, it will invoke this constructor. And whatever local driver we will pass, this is the local driver. Whatever local driver will pass, we'll convert those local driver. Okay, conversion of local into what instance ones will do. Okay, this will convert convert local driver, okay, local driver into instance, okay. This is not, this is local, okay. So local into what? Instance. Then after that we'll design page layer here. How to create repository like page object repository. Here we are going to create object repository at page layer. So when we create any repository at page layer, this is called repository at page level. This is called page layer, okay. So we are going to store all the objects at this class level, okay. So if you automating login page, all the object regarding to like all the web elements which are belongs to login page will load at this class level, okay. Will load at this class level, okay. Now, so how to load? We have a at the rate find by annotation. We have a at the rate find by annotations. We have to automate this at the rate find by annotation from this package org selenium support dot support. This is the class, okay. We have to automate. So here we are going to find, so we can find based on name, based on id, or based on expert. So all the locators we can use, all the locators we can use, okay. And it will retrieve you web element, it will retrieve you web element. This is my first user, like what is user, whatever user will pass the username, this is what username will retrieve. So if you inspect it, let me check. This is like that, a driver dot find element by dot expert by dot id by dot link text, like that, okay. If you inspect it, here name is equals to text username, id is equals to text username. So both are unique. Let me take any one of, we'll go based on name, okay. Like that we'll create few more objects for. Second is what? Pass. So pass means what? User. I will write user text box. I will write user text. You just write user text box. Password text box. This is what password text box. For that, let me check what is the name. If you inspect and click on this field, you see name is equals to text password. Just copy it and paste here. Then after that, we have a login button. We have a login button. Name is equals to submit. Name is equals to submit. Let's go with this. Name is equals to submit. Paste it. And here is what? Login button, where name is equals to submit. Then after that, guys, if we are not able to log in successfully into this page, we can see we can see this login panel, where id is equals to login panel, okay. We'll find, or else we'll find, so we can able to display this login panel on this page source or not, okay. This will require in future when we will do some validation. So how many objects we have captured? 3 objects we have captured. This is like that, we haven't initialized these objects, okay. So when we will initialize this object, these are just we have stored like driver dot find element by dot expert, like that, by dot id by dot name, like that we have done. So when we will initialize this all these objects, we have a page factory class, okay. We have a page factory class in Selenium. So this page factory class having a one static method init elements method, which is a static method, which will help us to initialize all these objects. It will take, so one driver as an argument, and second is what, which class object you are going to initialize. So the current class object, whatever page objects are there, the current class page objects we are going to initialize. That's what I will use this. We have to use here this, and whatever driver we are going to take, we have to use driver. So this will initialize all page objects, okay. This will initialize all page objects which we will use to automate which we will use to automate login page. Okay, this will initialize all page objects which we will use to automate this login page. Then after that, we'll write a action method. On this page we are going to do two action. One is what? Login action. One is what? Logout action. Public void login to, I will write method, meaningful method, orange HRM. Okay, so we are going to log into the orange HRM application. So this is the orange HRM application. So at runtime we'll pass user. Okay, username will pass, and will pass string user pass. So we'll pass at runtime username and user pass to this method. So you have to use this like driver.find element. Instead of driver.find element, just use this user text box dot send keys dot username. You can use this username, whatever username you will pass. Similarly, you can use user. So what is second? Pass text box. Okay, this is the password text box dot use send keys method again, and here we are going to pass at runtime whatever password we are going to pass. Then after that, finally we are going to perform click operation. Okay, login button dot click. So the moment you will perform click operation, it will logged in into the application. Okay, let me surround in within try catch. So if any exception will occurs, it will throws that exception to the here, and I will display that exception message. Let us suppose any web element is not found, no such element, or any exception is there, we'll handle that exception. So we'll display the exception message. What kind of exception we are getting? We'll display the exception message, e.get message. So this will help us to log into Orange HRM application. This is the method which will help us to log in into there. So we'll create one more action method here, action public void. So instead of login, log out from. Okay, just use log out from Orange HRM app. So if you want to log out from the Orange HRM app, you don't require anything. So simply just log in. If you logged in successfully like this, use admin 123 as a credential to log in into this application. If you logged in successfully, you see here we'll log out from this application. We have to perform click operation on this, and then we have to perform click operation on this. Okay, two click operation. But once you logged in, we will verify that. And then we'll log out from the application. Okay, inspect it. Click here and just inspect this logout. You can see this is an anchor tag where text is equals to logout. I will write the expert for this. We have a anchor tag where I can see text is equals to logout. So how many matching? Only one node matching. Here you can see one node matching. Copy this and just for logout write down this. Okay, so here one more object I will write, logout. This is my link, logout link, and based on what we are finding this web element based on XPath. So on successful login, if you check the page source of this page, see guys, on successful login, if you check the page source of this page, we can see Orange HRM as an title, but I don't want to go for this Orange HRM. We have a welcome. Control F, just search for welcome. You see, we have a welcome admin. we'll check on successful login. So we'll get the page source. Within that page source, we'll check this welcome admin is displayed or not. This welcome admin is displayed or not. This we will check for successful login. So this is what we have designed page layer. Okay, this is what we have designed page layer here. So just log out link. Here just use logout link dot perform click operation. So simply it will perform click operation. So this is what page layer for login page. Let's we write test layer. Okay, let's we write test layer. How to write test layer? In test cases, just right click in test cases package, just right click, go to class and create this is your test case login. Okay, login underscore 001. This is, let's suppose this is your first test case. Finish. So observe carefully. Okay, observe carefully. So what is our agenda? First we will create a page layers, then we create a test layers, for to automate a login page, and then we'll create page layers. So we created a test layers. We designed page objects. Page layer we have designed by using form.xml. Then we created page objects, and then after that we have written the actions methods for that page layers. Okay, now next thing is what? Next thing, we have to write test layers. To write the test layers, we have to create test within the test this package, test cases package, create a test class and extend base. Like we'll extend base, we'll implement or we'll design the base class also. So but meanwhile you just write how to write test cases. Okay, how to write test cases. So here guys, we are going to write test case for this action method. What is the method? So this, for this action method we have to write just extend with test. Okay, just extend with test. So let me here launch the browser. Let me here launch the browser. System dot just use set property. So we are going to go for web, like on which browser you want to execute your test case. So we are going to execute our test case on Chrome. As of now we'll execute on Chrome. System, like set property webdriver.chrome dot just use driver, and here just specify the location of that Chrome. What I will do guys, I have created a one drivers folder. In this driver folders I will keep all the drivers. Okay, so I have a drivers here, latest drivers. So simply I will copy those drivers. I will explain you from where exactly you should have to download these drivers. Okay, very simple. If you want to download, you just go to the Google page. Here you just go and here just search seleniumhq.org, click on enter. So based on your latest browser, so you see the latest browser for me, this is what, about Chrome. First check based on your version of browser, download the drivers. Let me check. This is the 84 point something, 84.04. Okay, just go to the seleniumhq.org. It's loading. Click on downloads. On this download section guys, if you come here below for browser section, so for Firefox or Safari, for Chrome you can download. So for Firefox, if you click on documentation, it's loading here. You see, so whatever Gecko driver you are going to use 0.26, okay, it will be applicable for any browser which is minimum the version of browser is what, 60 and above. Okay, so this is for Python, we are using Java. This is the documentation for that browser. Where is closed there? Just let me navigate. So latest stable Selenium Jaris was 3.14 on download version. These are the downloaded version. Okay, for different third-party drivers, binding and plugins. Here you have to search third-party drivers, binding and plugin. So here guys, go to the download section and go to the browser section. Just go below and just go to the browser section. So in that browser section, let me open these documents. So for Safari, for Chrome, and for I, open it. So for this is for Gecko driver. Just click on this Gecko driver releases. And for Chrome, let me go. This is the Chrome latest version. Current stable release is what, 84 point something. So just click on this. It will download that drivers. So download this Chrome driver Windows 32-bit zip file. Okay, it will support for Windows 64-bit also. So the moment you will click on this, it will start downloading. For Chrome driver, we'll check. Let it be. Let me download first. Let me save this file first. So here I exactly wanted to save in this folder. So we have software library. Here we'll create one folder. So we'll create one drivers folder here. So within this driver folders, we'll save this zip file. So similarly, this is what Chrome, and then we'll go for, this is for Safari, like this is for Firefox. So just go here and for window download. Okay, don't download for other, like this is Linux, this is Mac. We have to download Gecko driver Windows 64 zip. I will click on this latest driver. Okay, again save. Again go to Internet Explorer link which we have navigated. Okay, so here for Internet Explorer, this is what Internet Explorer driver. Just click on download. And here we are using 3.14 as a Selenium Jaris 3.9. So here guys, just go here Selenium -Java 3.9 something zip file. So for that we are going to download the IE driver server. Here is what, 32-bit IE driver server zip. Download for 32-bit. 32-bit will help for 64-bit also, 64-bit system also. So it will start. So let me save it at that location. Okay. So once you download all these drivers, let me go to that folder, drivers folder. So here in software library, I have created drivers folder. Just extract these files. Right click and extract here. Okay. For this also right click and extract here. So Gecko driver. and for iDriver server, right click and extract here. So these are the three drivers. Okay, I will copy all these three drivers and just go to your project location. Okay, just go to your project location. Here you have created drivers, just paste it. Drivers folder, just paste it. So you see, you will get all driver. So this is why the zip one. Let me delete this uh, zip file. Okay. Now currently we are working with. Let me launch this IE driver like driver. So you know guys, if you want to check in current working directory, just use system dot. To get the current working directory of your project, just use this system dot get property user dot dir and then append with these drivers, and within that we have a chrome driver dot exe file. You see, so if you give one backward slash, it will work for Windows as well as Mac also. Okay, but if you will use this like this, you have to use two backward slashes. Okay, this is what forward slashes. Okay, this is my backward slash. Now here append this. Okay, then after that let me launch browser. So how to create new, create an object of Chrome driver, and we'll store this object into what we create reference of WebDriver. Reference of WebDriver. Then after that you see WebDriver is ready. Then after that what we will do guys, we'll navigate to the link. Just use driver.get. So what is the application link we are using? This is the application link. Let me log out from this application. This is the application link. Let me directly use here, and then create an object of login page class. Okay, so this login page class is available in this package, page objects package, and pass the driver. We'll pass the driver. The moment you will call this login page, create object of this login page, this constructor will get executed. It will convert this local driver into what at class level. Okay, it will initialize this driver. Then after that, by using this statement, it will initialize all these objects. Means before going to use these objects are ready. Okay, then after that, this is what your login. Create a local reference, and with this login, just call what is the method, login to Orange HRM app, and pass credential. The credentials are, as of now we'll hard code it admin 1 2 3. Okay, so on successful login, what we are checking on successful login? Okay, we are checking driver dot get page source, driver dot get page source dot contains. If it contains what it, if it will contains this guys. Okay, welcome admin means we have successful logged in into the application. If it has contains welcome admin, it means it will return you true. If the condition true, it means you have logged in successfully. Okay, you have logged in successful into an application. Okay, you can write here, you can display one message, successful login into an application. Okay, successful logged in into an application. And here we'll assert it we'll assert it with assert true, means our test case is passed. Else, if you are not able to log in into application successful, we are not able to log in. Let us suppose we fail to log in into the application. We are still on login page. So here we'll check if the page source contains, okay, if the page source contains what, this login panel. Still, if the page source contains login panel, it means you have not logged in into the application. So you can display this and you can assert it. You can assert system.out. You can display. So you just write fail to log in into an application. Fail to log in into an application and forcefully just assert it as false. Okay guys, if you logged in successfully, you will get this, you will display this. You see, if you logged in successfully, you will get display this welcome admin. You must have to click on this welcome admin. Then after that, this logout will be displayed. Okay, so we'll write see, I have inspected this. So this is a anchor tag where id is equals to welcome. Let it be based on id will find. Okay, if you successful logged in, means you have verified that welcome admin is displayed, you asserted it. Then after that, log out from the application. How will you log out? Simply use driver dot find element, okay, by dot id. What is the id? Pass that id and perform what operation? Click operation. Perform click operation, and then after that you have a login object already ready. Login dot, just use logout from application orange HRM. So simply it will call this method and it will log out from the application. So like that we have simply designed our test case. Simply we have designed. On successful login, we are verifying that uh, on successful login, can we able to log in into the application or not? If logged in, we are asserting as is true and we are logging out from the application. If not logged in into the application, simply we are failing the test case. Okay, simply we are failing the test case. So we are not design base class till now. We'll design the base class also. So let me try to execute this test case. Let me try to execute the test case, and finally I will close the, just use quit method. Okay guys, quit method will quit all the browser instance which has opened by the WebDriver. Let me execute this test case and let me check. Use @test. Okay, how to execute? Right click, run as testng test. Let's check the behavior of this login page automation. So what is the issue? No such method. Org testng test runner add listeners. Okay, might be yeah, it's not finding the testng library. So if you are not going to find the testng library, guys, what you need to do? Simple things. Okay, so this is my org testng annotation. Just mouse over on this. Just before that, just mouse over on this. Add testng library. Add your testng library, and then just mouse over on this test and import from testng annotations. Okay, if you get that exception, testng library exception, if you get, then use like this. Let me check. Now it will launch it or not. Now you see it has started. started Chrome driver 84 something, only local connection are allowed. It's saying Chrome driver was successfully started successfully. It will take some time to launch the browser. So directly it is saying successfully login into an application actually. So test case executed one. So it's not displayed the browser. What I will do, I will close all this here. All these stuffs I will close. Okay, and we'll execute once again. So we didn't observe the behavior of our test case. Let me execute and we observe the behavior of our test case. Right click, run as test test. You see, browser got started. Launch the browser. Now it will navigate to the application. So entering admin password, clicking on login, and then it will verify that so welcome admin is displayed or not. If welcome admin is displayed, so our test case will be success and it will logged out from the application and close it. Okay, let's suppose I will fail, guys. So how will you fail? Instead of submit, I will just write down submit 1. Okay, and let's runs again. From here also we can run test login 1. We can run. You see, this time your test case will fail and immediately, so it won't goes to the like this statement also. So here your assertion is failing. The moment your assertion is failing, it won't execute this statement also. Means it won't close your browser also. Okay. So now you can see your test case executed here, but failed. Why it is failed? Some of the web element you are expecting true but found false. You are expecting true but found false. So what was your expectation? That's not the asserted it, but it's not match. That's what. Okay. So here we are forcefully done assert equals to assert fail when we are not logged in into the application, when we are not able to log in into the application. So up to that we have designed, guys, base layer we have designed test layers. Let it be, we'll create a base class test base and how to use test base, okay, in our framework. Okay, test base, how to use test base in our framework. So simply in test cases, right click, go to new, create class. The class name I will give test base. So this is the base class, and here public void I will use setup method. which will set up the browser, okay, which will help us to set up the browser, and this method has to execute before every test. So import this before test from org annotations, and we'll use if test case pass, fail, whatever it will happen for every operation. We'll use after test. After test, browser must have to tweet. Okay, browser must have to tweet. For that, I will use the method name as standard name tear down method. Okay, and here these 3 lines of code will copy. So we'll design. As of now, we are executing our test case from this like from which browser we are using. We using the browser which is a Chrome. We are using the browser which is what, Chrome. So it will navigate here, and then what I will do, I will create this WebDriver at class level so that I can able to use. Okay, so let's wait. Okay guys, so just Control X, I will make it as public as well as static, as well as will make as null. So if it is null first time, and the moment you will create object, this will get initialized. Control S, and then we can able to use this driver instance to tweak the browser, as well as we can use within this base class also. How to use? Just extends test base. Just extend test base so that this driver will be visible. Am I clear here? Okay. So simple. We have used base class here. So we'll design this base class in properly, like for multi-browser testing or cross-browser testing. We'll add few more browser here. Okay. Then after that, properly this base class will be a mediator between your page layer and test layer. This is your page layer, and this is your test layer. So this will be the mediator between test layer and page layer. Okay. So this is your login page, where we have initialized all the objects, created object repository for this login page. So initialize all these objects by using this login page constructor. We are using two actions method. Okay, log into Orange HRM, and we are using this logout from the application. Logout from the application. So from where we are calling this method, we calling this method. This is the login test, which will help us to log in into the application. This is the first test case we are returning, which will help us to log in into the application. So but before going to start writing the actually calling this method, you have to create object of this login page, pass the driver instance. Okay, but before that, this login this test case login, it extending test base. First test base will get initialized before test will get execute. It will initialize this browser. Okay, then after that, test case will get start. Once the test case will get execute, this after test will get execute, and it will close the browser. Okay, so let me run once again. So it is failing. Why it is failing? So here on login page, we change the objects. Submit. Control S. Now run once again. So this time it was close the browser. So if test case pass or fail, not an issue. Every time it will close the browser. So after method will get execute for every test. At, at least once it will execute. This time it will pass. You see, we have logged in successful. Am I clear? So where is our, here it is. Okay. So what was our like plan, our agenda? Our agenda was how to create page objects for login page, how to create test cases to automate login page, create base class as a mediator between page layer and test layer. So we designed the page layer for login page. So we created page repository at page level. We created a action method for page layer, as well as we created a test layers, created a test case for login, and then after that we inherited a base class. Before going to start our test case, this base class will load the browser, navigate to the application under test, whatever application we are testing. So it will navigate to that page, and then after that our test case will get executed, and finally whatever like test case we are executing based on failure or pass, after test method will get executed and it will quit the browser. Am I clear, guys? Up to that, any doubt? If not, we'll close the session. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining.